Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Taylor Watts from Watts Investing, and today's video is essentially the November dividend month update. We do it every month, and to get it started, we invest $1 into Triple M for every subscriber we've gained since the last challenge update. And in the last one, we had 232 subscribers, and now we're sitting at 278. So we've gained 46 subscribers between then and now. And most of that will be due to my participation in the Movember team and getting a few newcomers. So if you're new, this is what I do every month. And it keeps me dollar cost averaging in some sort of way into Triple M, a growth company, dividend growth company at that. And it's something that I plan to do long term as long as it's sustainable. But yeah, so that'll be putting us over the 2 share mark, and we'll be heading to like probably 2.25 shares. And I've got an upcoming dividend for December of about $3, and it's been just growing and growing and growing as we put more and more money in from subscribers, and just a little bit of compounding from dividend raises and the reinvested dividends as well. So yeah, that's something we plan to grow and grow and grow each month, and just see where it can take us. And we've been getting dividends throughout December already, so the guessing game will continue. But the winner for this month will be announced pretty soon. We'll just look at the portfolio and see what's been happening. So over the week, pretty flat, just bouncing around the 17 to 18,000. The month, pretty much the same as well. It was a lot higher. It passed 18,000 actually for a day. I didn't realize, so it's pretty cool. And then for 3 months, we had a bit of growth, mainly from Tesla stock. And yeah, the consistency is becoming more noticeable as the timeline stretches out to be a bit more, a norm. So that's super cool. But yeah, our return is sitting at 31.54% on Sharesies, and we've put in about 14,000 and seen a capital growth in dividends and fees and whatnot. So with $300 in dividends from Sharesies, currency gains and losses, transaction fees, and those are the realized currency gain losses, and then the realized gains and losses there, unrealized gains, and then unrealized currency. So we've got a lot of unrealized currency gains, which is pretty cool. So for Apple, we've passed our share goal of 8 shares, and recently their share price has spiked up quite a bit, so from about 150 to 180, so a 20% gain recently. So it's definitely putting our average buy price up when we continue to buy. But yeah, dividends, again, just increasing and increasing 10 times the first one, and the next one will be even bigger. It'll be like $1.50. And yeah, that's a super consistent line, and then just recent growth, which has been really cool. And yeah, AT&T, we've got 12.6 shares. Chorus, lots of these haven't touched too much, as finishing uni, moving out, and kind of bouncing around job interviews and looking for different stuff, so I've been pretty busy. But we are just keeping up the investments, and yeah, not too much has changed. I've only put in, I don't actually know what we'd put in the last month, but in the past 2.5 weeks I've put in $80, so it's been pretty slow recently, but we have been receiving a lot of dividends, which has been kind of the main goal. But yeah, Tesla has just been insane recently, so we were buying heaps until about this point, and then it just went up, and then I saw that it had a bit of support at the $1,000 line, so that's roughly where it's going to sit for now until it spikes up or down. So it's bummer we couldn't buy more in here, but we've definitely got a good outcome from that, and it's really dragging our portfolio up. Disney has been doing its thing, so I've been buying it for just over a year now, and it's kind of been horizontal and decreasing over time as the pandemic and different market kind of situations have been happening with the interest rates and the Disney parks closing and Netflix having great subscriber growth and them not having great on Disney Plus. But they're yet to release Disney Plus in a lot of countries, so I've been averaging down here, as you can see. and probably plan to buy more as I get more income coming in, as I see their future growth and like subscription revenue being pretty insane. Yeah, MasterCard and Visa have been doing kind of the same thing, just a little bit more volatile. We've got a dividend from them today or yesterday. Westpac, same old, just averaging down, and getting a pretty big dividend from them pretty soon, $12 in a few days. But yeah, we'll switch over to Hatch and we'll see that Tesla holding there, our 2.2 shares of Tesla here, sitting at a great return, 216 or 221%. So we did 3 buys here and then just have held it the whole time and plan to hold it for longer. But yeah, so for the month of November, we received $11.16 over the whole month, and I guessed $20, so I guessed a bit high, obviously expecting dividends that pay in December to pay in November by accident or something, or maybe expecting some that normally pay in October to pay a little later, but definitely not close on my part, pretty wrong. But we'll look into the comment section and we'll see who got closest. So I think it is Project Frugal. So we had a guess of $18, guess of $19.52, and a guess of $16. So 16 is the closest to $11.16. So yeah, shout out to Project Frugal. He does videos on his wife's portfolio and does wee updates and a road to 100,000. Has a really customized spreadsheet and does a few other videos here and there, like a wee road trip. Talks about some just general market trends and stuff, and yeah, some side hustles and just some bits and pieces here and there. But yeah, the road to 100k is kind of like a weekly update, which is pretty cool. And yeah, they're growing a lot faster than me because they got more disposable income. So they've gone from 6,000 5 months ago to, it looks like, about almost $1,000 a week growth. So, well, not growth, but input. So they're already at 17k, so they're right where I am now. And they'll probably be, if you include my Hatch, probably by the start of January next year, they'll probably be right on mark with me. But yeah, check them out. They won this dividend guess, and I think they've won one before. And they're a regular viewer of the channel, so that's super cool to see them winning again. But yeah, we'll go into the graphs that I love to look at. So our dividends per month has been really volatile here, just lots of New Zealand stocks that are semi-annual. Not really volatile, but a bit more inconsistent and random. But as you can see, over 2020, I think late 2020 is when US stocks came onto Sharesies, and I started, I guess, investing a bit more focused and actually thinking about it a bit more, less random and just here, there, and everywhere. So you can see kind of the spikes hit zero a lot less, or yeah, so we've got this kind of line here of maybe like $5 or $7 that it just doesn't go below anymore. And yeah, so we had a trend upwards for a few quarters and then hit a peak, then it dropped, and then December's going to be a big spike way up here. It's going to drop to January, but the one for January 2020 was what, 25 cents, and then doesn't exist here, and then it was $2.32. So January for 2022 is going to hopefully be above this kind of $8 mark, because we've got 2 monthly dividends that pay just over $1.30-ish each, and a few companies that will pay in January. I'll actually search what pays in January. So we got Nvidia, don't own, but Pepsi I still own, and Realty Income Corp. So those will be 2. What else pays in January? Don't know if I own too much more. There might be a few American ones that pay in January that I'm not sure on. So what? Well, the ones from October pay every quarter, pay here as well. So maybe Coca-Cola as well. S&P 500. And I think the New Zealand ones pay every 6 months, so they'll be different. But yeah, we should have these 3, 4, 5. So I think those should at least pay, and we'll have this one as well. So that adds up to $6 and it will be a bit higher. So yeah, we'll have a good baseline for each month. Expecting that to be our lowest as well. And for December, we're already up at $8, and that's going to get pretty insane with Westpac and Hallensteins to be included. But yeah, it's super cool to see our total dividends just getting up there. I don't know if the trend line's very helpful here because it's kind of just like was below it for a bit and then now we're above it, but I don't really know what that means. But yeah, average dividends, we've been pretty low, and then in recent year, we've just always been above that trend line, above the average, I guess. So we'll be pulling up that trend line each month. And yeah, trailing 6-month average, when December pays, that'll be pumped up again. Yeah, that's cool to see. Weightings and stuff we haven't updated in a long time, same with this dividend growth. I'm planning to make a video on this stuff in the future, just when I get spare time, the motivation, and actually kind of an idea of what I actually want to show with it. But the base idea is there, and that's cool. With our working, we have updated the numbers actually a lot more recent than this. I actually forgot to update that, but yeah, our shares in Apple, don't need to invest any more money here. Our shares in Tesla, we're super close to our goal of 6 shares, but because Tesla's so expensive, it's actually still so much money, and this number's probably a 3 now, or well, it's more like a 2. So yeah, it's just so far away to our goal. Yeah, and Triple M as well, pretty far, but we did hit Apple, which is super cool. And yeah, shares in Triple M was based on subscriber growth, so that's just my inconsistencies and low work ethic onto the channel coming out there. But as we see our dividends here, November is $11.16, so our wee staircase is forming for each month now. September back in 2020 was bigger than September this year, just because our Hallenstein's dividend, that's normally in April, I think. Yeah, April obviously wasn't paid, it was delayed because of COVID-19, so our April one was super tiny here, almost smaller than March, so the staircase is a little random, but hopefully over time in the years to come it'll flatten out and look a bit more normal. But yeah, the December one's going to look actually stupid, which is going to be funny. And yeah, so my guess for the dividends December, did I say that right? The dividends in December is going to be the difference between the current dividends received and our goal. So back at the start of the year in January, I made a video setting out a goal for dividends received for the year, and I set it at $222, I think. So essentially, I want to hit that mark. So I want to hit 74.78, I think, is the difference. Because 8 cents onto there makes 30, 70 makes it 148, and then plus 4, 152 plus 70, yeah, it's 222. So that is exactly our guess. It may be very far off, as you guys know. I am pretty far off on some of them, because we guessed $20 last month and it was only 11, so we're almost double. But yeah, Hallensteins does have a high paying dividend of like $35 for us. Westpac in 12, and you've already got $8, so that's already sitting at 55-ish. And then there's a bunch of American ones and stuff. So we're really hoping to get that 222 mark. That would be actually just awesome. And yeah, our quarterly dividends are looking good. Quarter 3 is going to be passed by quarter 4. It technically already has if you include December. And it's going to be quarter 2 and quarter 4 of that year. And it might even pass $100 if we get our guess pretty much right. We'll pass $100 for the quarter. And our dividend average per month, not including December, is $13.38, which is super cool to know that we're getting a few bucks each week or each month. And I might add this kind of tracker just to a wee box in here and have 2020 average, 2021 average, 2022 average. And then just pile that up over the years as well. But yeah, this has been our dividend challenge update. Thank you for participating, everyone who guessed, and welcome to all the newcomers. This is generally a monthly video we do, and we do the odd video in between talking about Tesla, companies' earnings results, Earth 2, some other random stuff in the market. But we keep it pretty casual, pretty unscripted, just pretty personal, and really transparent in what we're doing, all our failures and successes, and really whatever we're up to. So yeah, welcome everyone. Check out the portfolio. It's what's been going on. It's been a pretty wild ride, adding and minusing multiple different companies, but we've got something a bit more strong and consistent now. And there's not too much selling happening anymore. It's just kind of deciding what we want to do with some of our smaller holdings like Chorus, Meridian Energy, Trustpower, and seeing if we want to just say if Starlink goes to IPO, see if we sell out of those and go into Starlink, because that's much more interesting to me and much more like growth and compounding based. But I think I'm about to lose my voice from too much talking, so I'll end the video there, and pretty much just, yeah, happy investing, guys. Make sure to leave a guess for how much in dividends I'll receive in December, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.